NFC Championship matchup between the Green Bay Packers and Jay Cutler and the Chicago Bears, the oldest rivalry in NFL history, the 182nd meeting of these two teams, but just the second in the playoffs since 1941. Aaron Rodgers, guys, came out on fire just like he did a week ago against Atlanta.
It was surgical. They came out and used play-action pass very, very efficiently, and they went at Tim Jennings in the opening drive and kept throwing at Tim Jennings the entire game.
22 yards to Greg Jennings, 26 yards to Greg Jennings, and now it's Jordy Nelson, 22 yards down to the 2. 2 plays later on the second, and go B.J. Raji.
Coming in there.
He's in the backfield. Is he going to get his hands on the football?
Not going to be the last time you see BJ in the highlights.
Aaron Rodgers, definitely done. Sneaks in for the 1-yard touchdown, the mini belt celebration. We just got a little point.
I think he was a little banged up on this hit, and they lost Chad Clifton, their starting left tackle, for a couple of series on that play as well.
Packers up 7-0. They get it right back. Dumps it off to Brandon Jackson.
That was a nice one.
And Brian Urlacher, you might want to try to blame that on the turf, but I don't know.
No, that was all.
Yeah.
And how about James Starks? This guy has more rushing yards in the playoffs than anybody coming into this game.
He was a factor in the first half. The Bears shut him down in the second half.
First and goal now. It's Starks who lunges. It was a good call. His knee was not down. Lovie Smith did not challenge.
That's a great run by a young running back who knows where he's at, understands what's going on. A great effort.
And a good call and a good no challenge for Lovie Smith as well.
Ensuing Bears possession here, and it's Jay Cutler looking for Johnny Knox. He has him 24 yards. Bears trying to get something going.
These plays were few and far between. The Packers secondary dominated the Bears wide receivers for the majority of the game.
Cutler looking for Devin Hester, but it's incomplete. Should have been a touchdown. And the Bears kept punting. They didn't go for field goals. They were 49-50.
That was a little surprising. Yeah,
they were punting instead.
But again, that ball was because Aaron Rodgers wasn't on the top of his game as well. So that ball must have been pretty hard out there.
That's tough to stop right there. Aaron Rodgers showing you the kind of athlete he is. Only Michael Vick had more rushing yards during the regular season than Rodgers. But a key 3rd and 1. The Bears defense comes up and they stop Starks. So the Bears get the ball back, and Cutler is dropped.
Yeah, that play's ruled dead because inside of 2 minutes, only player that can advance that fumble is the person who dropped it on the ground.
So Forte couldn't advance it.
Nope.
Here's a free play off Greg Jennings or Donald Driver's foot.
And again, Aaron Rodgers was not sharp today. Balls were low. And again, it had to do, I think, a lot with how hard that football is, because that air freezes in that ball, and it's just not the same thing when you're in pristine condition.
Bears have to make something of that break, and unfortunately they do not.
Cutler lays it up there, but great play by Shields.
Yeah, this is a bad call.
I agree with you,
If
Jamie.
you hold on, if you're going back to this rule, if the ball moves, here you see him catch the ball, that's fine.
This ball's going to hit the ground.
And it's going to hit the ground
it's not
and
even so much that it moves, it's if it hits the ground.
It
right there
no, but
hits
it
the
can hit the ground, but the ball, see, he loses it right there. So that ball should not have been an interception.
Right,
First
but the
problem
ruling
is-
was that basically the reason they kept it the same, I think, is because it didn't hit the ground.
It did hit the ground.
No, I know, but they saw that it didn't hit the ground.
This
Anyway,
is the last play
Jay
you'll
Cutler
see
hurt
Jay
his
Cutler.
knee. Right,
He's
walking off the field here.
He's going to grab a poncho and a piece of bench.
And a lot of bad press on top of it.
Rodgers, James Jones.
See, I don't like this call. Because James Jones, watching the replay, initiates the contact.
Tim Jennings called for pass interference. Another key play for the Chicago Bears defense. Rodgers picked off by Brian Urlacher.
This right here may have been a game-saving tackle. If you watch the game play out, I'm just telling you. You don't want to talk about that?
No.
So Cutler's out.
It's
Todd
true.
Collins warming up. Here he comes. And on his very first pass, Collins pressured, and he's low to Kellen Davis.
Yeah, at
Next
this
play
point-
now after a false start, it's Collins throws behind Greg Olsen.
Yeah, he gets hit on that delivery. You can't feel very good if you can't feel very confident if you're a Bears fan at this time.
3rd and 15 now, and it's Collins looking for Bennett. Picked off by Nick Collins.
That one obviously hit the ground, and Lovie had to waste a challenge on something that was quite obvious. I believe one of the officials from the other side of the field actually signaled
waved it
incomplete.
off, and they forced it. Yep.
So 4th quarter now, a couple of possessions later, and it's Caleb Haney coming into the game. Todd Collins was asked to take a seat on the bench. Matt Forte, 11 yards there.
Matt Forte had a huge game, almost 160 yards of total offense, yards from scrimmage.
And now it's Haney looking for Johnny Knox.
Again,
on 2nd and 13.
Didn't see much of this. And Johnny's got to extend that ball into the end zone right there, and don't let it even be an issue. Don't have to go to 1st and goal.
Chester Taylor now gets in from 1 yard away. Some Bears down by just 7, 14-7.
Caleb Haney definitely gave them a spark. And this defense, this Bears defense came to play in the second half.
Aaron Rodgers looking for Jennings deep, but Julius Peppers called for roughing the passer with the helmet-to-helmet contact. They're going to throw that flag every time.
And Briggs loaded the helmet, too, so you can take your choice.
Double bubble.
Yeah.
Rodgers
their money's worth.
Comes up spitting out blood.
Again,
looking for driver. Tim Jennings call for pass interference there.
All day long they threw it to Jennings.
3rd and 2 now. Rodgers to Andrew Corliss. No pass interference there as the ball goes right through Corliss's hands.
Got to make that catch. Yep. That's where they missed Jermichael Finley right there. About right that spot in the field.
So just now they started.
The Bears couldn't do anything with it. And now on a 3rd and 1, they got it back. Rodgers incomplete to Tim Crabtree. They're forced to punt. Bears defense doing the job that they were supposed to do. And here,
hold it up, big fella.
It's Forte. B.J. Raji picks off Haney for the touchdown.
You know, you just can't simulate those types of looks while you're running scout team in practice. At that point, you've got a 3rd quarterback basically trying to match wits with Dom Capers up in the booth for the back.
And B.J. Raji putting on Aaron Rodgers' belt right there. Caleb Haney had only thrown 8 passes.
I don't think Aaron Rodgers' belt's going to fit B.J. Raji.
NFL career. All right, here's Haney to Greg Olsen for a 13-yard gain. 5:59 left in this one. 1st and 10 now, and it's Haney over the middle. Earl Bennett, who takes a hard shot.
Haney gave him a spark.
He did.
And now on a 1st and 10, it's Haney with time, moves to his left. Look, grabbed by Bennett, and then Bennett's gone. 35 yards. You see there what Haney brings and Collins doesn't. He has the ability to slide, move out of the pocket, and also
and he can
scramble.
Yeah. Todd Collins hasn't been able to throw it for a while.
Rodgers here on a 3rd and 12. All he can do is slide. So the Packers forced to punt with 3:06 left. Bears have 2 timeouts. Lance Briggs says, guys, come on, let's do it. So the Bears offense back on the field, down 21-14. Haney to Greg Olsen. It's a 10-yard gain and a 1st down. 3rd and 10 now. It's Haney looking for Forte, and he's got it, but he's short 1 yard.
It's all right.
So the 2-minute warning hits. Bears still have a couple of timeouts. They're going to go for it. Chester Taylor
plenty of time.
pokes his way over for the 1st down. 1st and 10 now. It's Haney. Dumps it off to Matt Forte.
That's
Forte,
a good call right
13
there.
yards. $1:27 left. So there's plenty of time.
I see all the bad calls.
Well, here it is.
Bad one's coming.
Well, actually, okay, we're going to jump right to the 4th and 4 instead of showing you the 3rd and 3. And it's Haney, who's picked off by Sam Shields. Shields gets his 2nd interception of the game, and that iced it. The play we didn't show you was a 3rd and 3. And they tried to run a Earl Bennett on an end around, and they ended up losing a yard or 2, and that put him in that 4th and 4 predicament. And there you see what the situation is